What's going on, squad? This is After Hours. This is an After Hours podcast episode, just a solo episode today. Amy, if you're listening to this, like I told you, you're the inspiration for this episode. She's one of the former athletes right now I'm working with, former Olympian. Shout out to you, Amy. Matter of fact, I'll have her on the podcast probably in like a month or so stay tuned. One of the things that we were discussing on the call today is how many former athletes or type A personalities struggle with meditation. And I think that we struggle with it because, number one, oh, by the way, I have a hole in my shirt. That's crazy. Well, anyway, Amy and I were talking about meditation and why former athletes struggle with meditation, not just former athletes, but a lot of people, and type A personalities struggle with meditation. And I think that comes from trying to get it right. Basically, when you have an athletic mindset, you want to be great at everything, right? And that's why so many of us struggle when we're done playing our sport, because we're trying to be great at what it is that we're doing. And a lot of us are starting over. You know, I always say like you're a freshman in life, like you're starting from scratch and having to basically start over in life. And it's tough because we're so used to being at the top of our field, at the top of our sport. Number one, I just want to start by saying that there's no right or wrong way. There's no right or wrong way to meditate. All meditation really is learning to observe your thoughts. I always like to use the example of a watchtower. Many of you have heard me speak about this before, but the watchtower at an airport watches planes fly in and out. So if you can learn to look from your own mind, from a third person perspective, basically zoom out and say, okay, I see this thought coming in. Is this a thought that serves me? If I think, Taj, you're a loser, Taj, you're a failure, is that a thought that's serving me or is that harming me? And at that point, by observing it objectively from a third person perspective, I can say, I think that thought is not serving me at all, so I'm going to choose to replace that thought with a different thought. Now, here's the thing. As human beings, we're never going to have moments where we just don't have any negative thoughts. That's not realistic. You know, we're not robots. So it's not a matter of eliminating the negative thoughts altogether. It's about training your mind to replace the negative thoughts with more positive or productive thoughts as they come up. That's what you really want to do. And the more you practice it, the more you practice observing your thoughts, the easier it becomes. So instead of saying, oh, I'm thinking that I'm a loser, I'm thinking that I'm a failure, what I would say instead is, oh, Taj is thinking something negative about himself. Well, let me jump in and replace that negative thought with the positive thought. So something that I recommend just as a quick hack for meditation. I know a lot of people like to use like Headspace or any of the other meditation apps out there. And, you don't have to sit there with your legs crossed like a guru and light candles and just, that's not necessarily what meditation is. Something that I recommend as kind of a hack or an easy way to enhance your meditation practice or even start a meditation practice if you don't have one is to record yourself, right? And record yourself speaking to yourself. So just as an example, and I encourage you to try this, you could literally take out the voice recording, the voice memos on your phone, the voice notes, and record yourself speaking to your future self. And I want you to think about this. So you would never say something negative to your child self. Like as an example, my wife does a lot of inner child work. So, me sitting here as a 30-year-old man, I would never think back to my, 5-year-old self, a 10-year-old self and say negative things to myself. So why do we say negative things to ourselves in the present or in the future? We wouldn't do that, right? So you want to try saying positive things to your future self. Let's say I record a voice memo right now, and when I wake up in the morning, I'll listen back to myself saying, hey, Taj, good morning. It's going to be a great day. You're going to have an awesome day today. This is going to be the best day you ever had. I'm proud of you. Keep killing it, man. You're doing a great job. You're helping so many people. I know it's rough sometimes, but keep going. Don't give up. All right. And I would listen to that in the morning. I would listen to it before I go to sleep. Imagine, let's just try this. So let's say you're listening to this at nighttime. Stop what you're doing, pause this episode, pause this video, and take out your voice notes. And it's very important that you say your name because it's very powerful for you to hear yourself talking to yourself. It sounds crazy at first. I know it sounds weird, but give it a try. And I'm telling you, a lot of people can use this. So I'm using my own name, but I want you to use your name. So you would say, you would hit record and you would say, Taj, before you go to sleep tonight, I just want you to know you did a great job today. Tomorrow's going to be great. You deserve to relax. You put in some work today. get a restful sleep, wake up, and I want you to have a powerful morning, and I want you to have a great day. I'm proud of you. Imagine telling yourself you're proud of yourself. Just think about how powerful that could be. You say, I'm proud of you, and I love you. Keep going. And then you listen to that before you go to sleep. Or let's say I recorded one right now and I want to listen to myself in the morning. So I'd say, good morning, Taj. It's going to be a great day today, man. Let's get it. Let's keep the mission going. Remember why you started doing this. Remember how many lives you're going to touch. And you hit that record button and you stop recording and then you just leave it alone and you listen to it first thing in the morning. Now, I don't recommend looking at your phone first thing in the morning. So one thing I suggest is when you go to sleep at night, put your phone on airplane mode. So that when you wake up in the morning, you can decide when you actually want to start receiving messages and emails and stuff, because until you take your phone off airplane mode, you're not going to receive anything. But what you can do is when you wake up in the morning with your phone on airplane mode, go straight to those voice memos and listen to that recording you made the night before. The phone call I just got off with my client right now, she was about to head off to class. So what I had her do was record a voice note to herself that she could listen to while she was driving. So she said a bunch of positive things to herself. Let me see. I got the notes right here. She said, I basically helped her come up with a script on the spot that she could record and listen to while she was driving. So she said, you got this. Don't stress out. Keep a positive perspective. You're doing just fine. And take 3 deep breaths and then repeat. So imagine, she's driving to work right now or driving to class right now. She's listening to that recording of herself telling herself positive things. I'm telling you guys, I can't repeat this enough. The power of you hearing your own voice is super powerful. So anyway, she's listening to that on the way to class right now. And at the end of it, she's telling herself to take 3 deep breaths and then repeat it. So she's going to listen to it 3 times. So she's driving, she's listening, she's taking 3 deep breaths into the diaphragm, and then she's starting it over. And she's going to listen to it before she goes to sleep tonight. And she's going to listen to it when she wakes up in the morning. So I'll wrap it up with that. If you find yourself having trouble meditating, record yourself speaking to yourself in your voice notes and listen to it. Like I said, it may sound weird, but give it a try. You might be like, Taj, you're weird. That's weird. Why would I do that? Hey, I'm weird, but I'm winning. All right. And I've seen this work time and time again. So while this was fresh on my mind, I had to record this. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you on the next episode. Peace.